Okay, so on this one, we have 4 minus 2 root 5 squared. So you know what squared means. Like if I put a 3 squared, that means 2 of them multiplied together, huh? That's what a 2 power means on anything. It means 2 of those multiplied together. So this means 4 minus 2 root 5 and 4 minus 2 root 5 means 2 of them multiplied together. That's what little 2 powers always mean. All right, so here we go. So remember the rule when we're going to start multiplying now. It's outsiders multiply outsiders and insiders multiply insiders. That's what it is. So 4 times 4 is 16. And 4 times 2 root 5. And that's a negative. That's a negative. Now remember, when it comes to signs, let me do this. Let me help. Minus signs that sort of appear to be in the middle really are on, it's a little too close, are on the guy there in front of. So that's really how you should look at those minus signs. Those minus signs really belong to the 2 root 5 because that's their sign, right? Whenever a sign is in front of somebody, that's their baby, right? Might look like that baby sitting between these guys, but when it's time to separate, that baby belongs to the 2 root 5. That negative sign belongs to the 2 root 5. That's his, right? You take your baby with you. Don't say, well, it's just a community baby. No, that's the 2 root 5's baby. That's his, right? Is this making sense? Any pluses or minuses belong to the thing they're in front of, not the thing they come after, the thing they're in front of. So, all right. So when you multiply, then 4 times negative 2 root 5, that makes negative 8 root 5 because the outside numbers multiply. The 4 and 2 multiply. Outsiders with outsiders, insiders with insiders. Okay, that one's done. And then this guy's going to go to both these two. Same kind of thing. Minus 8 root 5 because, again, the outsider multiplies the outsider. And then last step, this guy's going to multiply this guy. What's going to happen? Plus 4, because minus 2 times minus 2 makes plus 4, and then square root of. And I'm just going to put the 2 5s together. You can make it 25 if you want, or just put the 2 5s together. But the outsiders do the outsiders, and the insiders do the insiders. Okay. And then these two in the middle are like terms. Let me write that for us. Like roots, so they can combine. So what do you get? Minus 16 root 5. So that makes sense. Minus 8 root 5 and minus 8 root 5. You just combine the numbers in the front. Minus 8 and minus 8 makes minus 16. It's just like minus 8x and minus 8x makes minus 16x. You don't make it x squared or anything like that. It's the same exact rules that you do for letters. The rules for roots, for square roots, are exactly the same as the rules for letters. You just combine the 8 and the 8 to make 16. You don't mess with the x. You might think, yeah, we messed. No, when you multiply, if you had like 3x times 4, they're multiplied, that's when you make it 7x squared. It's only when you multiply letters or multiply roots that things change. That the letters or the roots change, I should say. So then over here, what's going to happen? Plus 2 5s inside sends 1 5 outside, and they're gone. That's going to be 20. The root vanishes because there's nothing left inside. The root vanishes because there's nothing left inside. What happened there? The 2 5s just sent out a 5. 4 times 5 is 20. Now, last step, 16 and 20 are just plain old numbers. They can add 16 plus 20. That's 36. And then you just bring down the 16 square root of 5. And that's our final answer. Now, why don't we do more? Because we can't. You can't subtract those. Let me get that here. You cannot, these guys, you cannot subtract. Why not? Because remember, for roots, it's just like letters. You can only add, subtract like roots, right? If this 16 had its own root 5, it was, I'm sorry, 36. If it was 36 root 5 minus 16 root 5, yeah, then we would subtract them and get 20 root 5. That would be correct. But he doesn't have a root 5. He's just a plain 36, and this guy's a 16 root 5. You know what it's like? It's like 36 minus 16x. You just have to leave it. You cannot subtract them, right? This one has an x, this one doesn't. They're unlike terms. You can't subtract them. Same thing here. This one has a root 5, this one doesn't. They just stay like that. So there we go.